House Report number 110-539, offered by Mr. Inslee of Washington.
Pursuant to House Resolution 1015, the gentleman from Washington, Mr. Inslee, and a member opposed, each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Washington.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I rise with Mr. Sarbanes to offer an amendment today that will establish an Energy Conservation Corps program. This will provide green-collar training and educational service grants to nonprofit organizations, universities, and state and local governments. And this is really an exciting opportunity for us to create opportunities for young folks to be engaged in this new revolution of clean energy in this country. The Energy Conservation Corps we envision will help revitalize communities and preserve and restore the environment, while also preparing young people for the responsible and productive lives we know they're going to have. The Energy and Independent Security Act of 2007 will create hundreds of thousands of new opportunities for Americans. It will give low-income young people training to fill these green-collar jobs that we are now excited about and hope for a prosperous and successful future. The Conservation Corps will fund energy conservation installations in public spaces, energy-efficient green housing for elderly and low-income people, and restoration of historic structures on public lands. It would also provide funding for and repair, renovation, and rehabbing of existing infrastructure facilities and transportation enhancements and recreational trail improvements. It's going to help a lot of places that we need energy conservation. It also establishes a competitive grant program to fund National Senior Service Corps programs that will involve seniors in providing meaningful volunteer opportunities. Now, there are multiple organizations that can participate in this. One of which, just as an example, is the Student Conservation Association. Under this grant program, they'll be able to deploy sustainable community projects which engage disadvantaged and other youth to help communities learn energy saving and water conservation techniques and strategies to prevent pollution. In this program, SCA Corps members will be able to provide a variety of energy-related services to homeowners, schools, and businesses and communities. Now, these services include outreach and education, facility audits, development of energy reduction strategies, and implementation of support of these programs. As part of this program, Corps members will receive training, career development, and life skills while helping communities benefit from these sustainable programs. I'm familiar with this organization, the SCA. My parents led Student Conservation Association efforts with young people in Mount Rainier National Park back in the late 60s and early 70s. And I saw how important these programs were, both to help these communities, but to help the young folks themselves. Because what we've learned is, and what I saw firsthand when my folks work with the SCA kids, once kids get involved in volunteer programs, once they get involved in their communities, once they get involved in clean energy, they're never going to turn back. This is going to be a lifetime pursuit, and there's nothing better we can do to help both kids' lives, but this clean energy revolution we're going to launch in this country. So by establishing the Energy Conservation Corps, we'll help make our nation's volunteer programs into a true 21st century program, and will also help solve one of the most pressing challenges of this century, global warming, while helping our kids as well. At this time, I'd like to hear 1 minute to Chairwoman McCarthy.
Gentlewoman from New York is recognized for 1 minute.